That was a clap.
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't see that coming, didn't you?
That was quick.
Okay. Yeah. I got you by surprise. Okay, so let's start. This week, we have watched...
Who are we?
Who are we? Yeah, okay. God damn it.
You almost got it.
Okay, Viktor and Karim. Karim...
And Viktor.
Viktor. Cloud Atlas. Super weird. We're super tired. We're sitting here. We just got finished with...
I don't think that's an excuse anymore. We're always tired.
Yeah, we're always tired.
I'm sorry this week we're tired.
Sorry guys. This week we're super duper tired.
Maybe that is our intro. We are super tired and this is our podcast.
Yeah, we were just talking about intros and what our intro should be. And now we're talking about having it. Oh, what's up guys? We're the tired guys.
Yeah.
Coming back with another movie.
We should just rename it after 10 episodes.
Yeah. The tired guys.
The tired guys.
Yeah,
this is our film podcast.
we have so much to do in our school. It's crazy. Okay, so Cloud Atlas, it's about, I want to say 6 types of reality, or
I think it's 7.
7?
It's not reality.
It's not reality.
It's the different time stamps.
Yeah.
So one is, let's see, late 1800s.
Okay.
One is in the 40s. One is in the 70s. One is present day. One is the near future.
Is near.
You know the
The Asian girl. No.
Yes, that's the. All right,
Is that near future?
No, okay,
though?
that's 100 year in the future.
Yeah, and
then the next one is just whenever.
Is it super far into the future?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because everything is just dystopian future.
Yeah. But in the beginning we thought that was back, like way back.
Yeah.
Which was kind of nice. So let's go through them. The first one, the late 1800.
Yes.
That was the piano.
No, the late 1800s was the.
It's the son of a priest.
Was it? Yeah, maybe.
I think so, and he was like on this journey. Okay, so my problem with this movie, my only problem with this movie, was too much information in a short period of time.
And there was no structure on how we got the information. They were just here's one timeline of one occasion of one accident, and now we're gonna jump 500 years into the future with a totally new characters and everything, and they act in another way. Then we jump into the middle with the same actors as different characters.
I thought that the transitions were cool. My problem was the too much information, this quick. And the thing is, I don't know how other movies do this, but I think like you have repetitive information that comes back several times, because when you tell the audience something, if you tell them once, well, some stuff, if you tell them once, they're not gonna remember. But with other stuff, you need to like tell them again and again. Do you understand what I mean? Maybe it's just me that I just don't remember that. Yeah, it might be.
Yeah. I think what you said about the transitions was true, but in the second half. In the first half, the transitions was, I'm a pianist. 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 I play piano for this super old dude.
Yeah.
No. Oh, we gotta save the future. What? But in the end, they did narration in one timeline that carried over to the others, which was about, we're being followed, and then we were followed in another timeline.
They did that tons of time.
In the second half. In the first half, they didn't do shit.
Yeah, I don't know when like the half was, like where's the line between the first and the second half. But for me, it was like, maybe the first half is where you're just confused and you're trying to make sense of everything.
Yes.
But it's not working out. And then in the second half, they start telling you how stuff are connected.
Exactly.
So, so the story the story of this film is that these timelines, or it's the same timelines, but these different timestamps are connected in a way, and they're talking a lot about like rebirth and how in one life if you do something it's gonna go to the next life and stuff like that.
Yes.
Which is a little bit of a spoiler, I guess, but in the end you understand that in a way.
Yeah, it's not a... This movie is so weird. In the end, the questions are not answered. In the end, you have to figure out, are they the same people in different lives? Because sometimes there are other actors that are the main characters in that timestamp. For example, Tom Hanks is not the main character in all of the timelines. For example, in the present day, he's just there in the introduction phase. Because he's the author that the old guy makes money of. You know? Mm-hmm. And he's just in that one scene in the party when he threw the guy over the edge.
Yeah.
From the balcony. And then after that, he was not nowhere in the timeline. Or in that time period.
You know, I think that there is a poetic understanding behind all of this.
Yes.
Like a poetic way of how their lives are connected. That, you know, there's a repetitive pattern where like it's about freedom and slavery and being held hostage and stuff like that. So in the one timestamp you're talking about, the old guy is like the main character, or he's not like the publicist. It's like the main character-ish. And he gets held up in this like elderly home, right?
Yeah.
And he's held there, not like a slave.
But against his will.
Yeah, against his will. And it's about him like getting freed. Like he's like...
Yeah, he wants to escape.
Yeah.
It's a escape story.
Yeah. So I think that is connected some way to the others about slavery, and because we have one about the one from the late 1800s.
Yes.
Which was about slavery and how this man got poisoned by the doctor.
Who he thought was curing his disease.
Yeah, because the doctor wanted his gold, which was a bit... I guess he wanted everybody to think that he just died, you know?
But then again,
they would killed him.
Yeah, and then again,
they
would just fight over the gold.
Yeah.
Afterwards. So just because he killed him, that doesn't mean that he gets the gold, because he's on a ship. If he could just jump off the ship and get away.
Well, I think he wouldn't tell the rest that there were gold. I don't think the rest knew.
Maybe they didn't even knew. Okay, true.
So basically, there were a slave in his room hiding.
Yes.
And they become friends, which is nice.
Because the only way he didn't rat out on him was because he had experience as a sailor.
Yeah.
And he got a job as a sailor on the ship instead of getting thrown off or shot. Yeah.
He saved his life.
Yes. And
I think that, because the main character in that story was married to the girl who looked like the Asian girl.
Yeah.
That came up in
the end, yeah.
Yeah, so that story was true. About how they went on to like try and free the slaves instead of being a part of this slave economy thingy that her father had. Do
you think that girl who was married to the sailor in the first movie, in the first time period, movie. They were all pretty much
a movie
movies.
About all of them would be great.
Do you think that wife is a descendant to, or an ancestor to the Revolution girl? Or do you think that's the same soul?
Yeah, I think that's what they wanna say. Like the same soul is fighting for the freedom of the... Yeah. Oh, dude, that scene! Oh my! Which
one?
Where they The boat when he let her watch what happened to the girls who worked at the cafeteria.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I didn't really enjoy the cafeteria part.
No?
No.
I liked it. It was like, because it looked so far away, but it also looked, or it felt like it could happen.
That felt like a very extreme McDonald's job.
Yeah.
Like,
But-
oh, you need to be act in this way in everything. If someone does something bad to you, you shouldn't say anything. You should just smile.
It really felt like, in the future, having so much people living on Earth, and through all the distractions of everything that's happening, and how, like, chaotic and claustrophobic everything is,
Yes.
that might happen, because it would be hiding through everything, and nobody would notice that this, like, slavery / inhuman
Yes.
thing was happening all over.
And that's the thing. I don't think it is about racism in that part. I think that part is more about since they all pretty much are the same-ish. I think they were just too many crammed up in one place. They eventually ran out of resources and food and all that. So they had to make an upper class and a lower class and just abuse the lower class.
Yeah.
No matter how they look or whatever, even though they made them I don't know how they made them look almost the same. Or
Yeah,
like,
that was super creepy and
Yeah.
super, like, you get afraid of the. I think it's being afraid of the thought of slavery.
yes.
It's like, don't forget that this can happen. Just not because it has already happened and we got through with it and we just lost it, the American slavery kind of thing. It doesn't mean it can't happen again. It's almost like, have it in your back head, don't forget that this might happen.
It's there's one part we said about the same characters, the same actors were always the same soul, but just rebirthed.
Yeah.
And that's the 70s time period.
Ooh, the reporter.
The reporter, yeah.
Yeah.
So Halle Berry, do you say Halle Berry?
I don't know.
The Halle Berry, the actor, and Tom Hanks.
Sure.
They talk about them being, at least Tom Hanks was interested in Halle Berry, and he said it feels like we already know each other.
Yeah.
It already feels like we have a connection to each other. But they didn't have any connection before.
Yeah, the connection was in the future, right?
Exactly.
Or in the past.
Yeah, but then they
I'm
were...
just saying.
True.
I'm just saying. Might be.
Because they were... Tom Hanks has been before. In the 40s, he was a hotel manager.
Oh, yeah.
And he was a doctor in the late 1800s. But Halle Berry was not included in this.
But I think, okay, so
I think.
My theory is that it's the same main story and everything. It's about something being trapped from something, and it's about getting freed from the something.
Yes.
Right? It's something like that, right? And
Or at least on the, for example, in the 70s, it's undercover the truth.
Yeah.
She wants to save people, and that's not slavery, but I feel what you mean. That they want to go against the majority, or they want to go against
what's
or
wrong.
fix a problem.
Yeah.
And 2 or 3 of them was about slavery. The pianist was kind of about slavery. How he wanted to improve himself. He wanted to become like a pianist. So he went to this famous dude to learn. But in the end, he became a slavery to his work.
Yeah, exactly.
Because even though he created the Cloud Atlas song, the old guy had patent on it.
Yeah, and
or he claimed a patent on it.
Yeah, and he told him that if he didn't, like,
Exactly.
Give it to him, he would tell everyone that he's gay.
And that's kinda slavery-ish.
Yeah.
That no matter what he says, he's kinda beneath
He
the
was
old
a slave to that.
Yes.
And then he killed himself.
And then also the slavery about the old guy at the nursing home. Is it a nursing home? Is it?
Yeah, well, it's yeah.
Where old people go.
Yeah.
I know what it's called in Swedish.
Elder home.
Elder home, yeah. That's also about slavery. And the present, yeah. I think
it's not about slavery because they're not working. You know, it's like slavery is like, okay, now you're gonna work.
Yeah, but it's some sort of like they're being trapped in a place.
Yeah, I guess.
They're being locked into their position.
Mm.
And the only two I didn't feel really that was both with Halle Berry and Tom Hanks.
Both of them.
The 70s and then the super future.
Okay, so the 70s, I think that was more about like the idea of slaving the world from information. Can you say that? Like keeping away information from which is also like you get that back in the super far away future. And the one with the Asian girl. The cafeteria. Which is like, nobody knows that this is happening. But we know. And in this 70s timestamp, he's the one with the information. You know? And he's trying to get it out there. Or no, he's not. He was a helper too.
Do you think it's the same thought in the super future? I'm gonna say super future, as in the late.
It probably is. I don't know.
But in that time period, that where Tom Hanks, for some reason, speaks in an Irish accent, something.
Yeah,
he speaks some of those English accents.
Because I didn't understand what he was saying half of the time, which made it all the more.
He sounded like a leprechaun.
Yeah, it made it all the harder to follow what's going on, you know.
But he didn't know anything about the outside world except for they had big spaceships and they come here and try to take our land. And when they finally go up on the mountain to the abandoned satellite,
and they call
he finally
it like
knows
the
about.
devil.
Yeah, he finally knows about the true story.
The true.
The true.
The true. Do you want to know?
Do you want to know the true? Is the true?
It's the true.
So he kind of been a slavery to not having the information.
Yeah, I think
because after that he got enlightened, being there's a bigger world. Other people doesn't have a home. That's why they want to try move here.
And he got freed from the world that they were living in. Because he went with her, right?
He didn't want to. He had to.
Yeah.
Because everyone got killed.
Yeah. Everyone in his family got killed, so he was like,
Also, another side note. What did you think about the prediction or the...
the true?
No, the... what's it called?
What was it?
English is hard.
What was it? Let me take you back to a story I like to call...
Prediction Lady. Spågumma.
Prediction Lady!
the voodoo witch or whatever that said, you have to follow these statements to...
I don't remember.
This will happen in the future. Fortune teller.
Okay. I don't remember that scene. When
but they were in the... It was just when Halle Berry just arrived in the super future. And he went to her being, I don't know what to do. What should I do? No. Should I help her? Should I not help her?
Oh, didn't she have like superpowers?
Yeah, she kind of had superpowers. Because she gave him statements about the future.
What did she say?
When in danger, jump off the bridge or something. Which they did when the riders came. They just hide beneath the bridge or right next to it. And then he knew that everything she said was true.
True.
And then he said, help the future lady or something up the mountain, up to a high place, which he did.
Yeah.
think it was like that. And the last one he didn't follow, and it was holding the blade, do not cut the throat. And he saw the chief of the bandit crew laying there on the ground, and he knew that the fortune telling told him to not slit his throat, but he did it anyways to get his kid.
And did that nothing happened?
The thing that happened is that
they got chased.
They
almost died.
Yeah, but the bandit screamed, "Where's the bandit chief? He's not responding."
Yeah.
And then they realized, oh, he's dead. That guy killed him. So I think it is.
Well, they were gonna go to that room anyway to try and find him, because he wouldn't answer because he's like drugged away on soap.
I think so.
Which was like super weird.
I mean, they're bandits. You
got high, bro.
They were like cavemen almost. But you know what I mean? That because he didn't follow it, it didn't go as planned. For example, if he did follow it, maybe they would wake him up and say, to get the kid out and then escape.
Yeah, it feels.
I mean,
like
they already did it.
He could have done that without. I guess if they would come in and he would be hiding and they just wake him up, they'd be like, yeah, it's okay. But now that he killed him, now they're chasing him.
Yes.
But why didn't he hide before they came in? Because they saw him.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that they came to the inside of the house was not gonna change if he killed him or not.
Yes.
You know.
I think just that if he didn't kill him, he would have heard the other riders coming, so he would go and hide. Not hide and being caught, but like hide. They would scream, "Oh, chief, where are you?" And he would be like, "I'm here." And then he would go out and say, "Oh, do you want to go get food or something?" Or just looking through the other huts or something, because he fell asleep in that one. They wouldn't go through it again.
Yeah.
So they would go through other huts. He would find his daughter and then he would sneak away.
Yeah.
Safe and sound.
But
since he killed him, other consequences happened.
Well, then you wouldn't have got that awesome scene where she saves him.
True.
You know?
True.
He gets like this nasty scar on his face. Yeah. Maybe he wouldn't have gotten that. But I think he wouldn't go with her if that didn't happen, maybe. Or maybe he would.
Maybe.
But what do you think about his, the devil that was talking to him?
I have no clue. I thought we were gonna get the answer to that. We got no answer.
Yeah, because, that character had, old-fashioned...
Yeah, that's what
1800s...
I thought that would be a connection to the 1800s.
Yeah.
Because he had the top hat,
well, it is.
He had a suit?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think so. But the thing is that I think that devil... Can you see him there? No? That devil is connected through his he had a halsband, necklace.
A necklace, yeah.
He had a necklace, and the necklace was one of the buttons from the vest of... Wait, I'm thinking wrong. I thought it came from that. I think it was one of the buttons of the vest that the priest's son had with him.
Oh.
Because we had a scene where Tom Hanks, in when he was a doctor,
on the beach.
He was not on the beach. Well, yeah, that timestamp.
Yes.
But he was looking like he wanted that, he thought it was shiny and stuff.
Yes.
On the vest.
He was looking. Oh yeah.
I think so.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I thought about it and I was like, how is this connected? How is this necklace connected to this devilish thing? Because we had a moment where he looked at the necklace, and then he heard the sounds of everything.
Or he simply was just a character to show his primal thinking. That Tom Hanks' primal thinking was survival.
But,
that and everything he did, everything the devil said, was for his own benefit. And then I mean Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
For example, when he sees his friend about to get killed, the devil says something like, "Oh, don't interrupt, just hide. You hide and you survive." And the other guy got his head cut off or something. And then, this space lady, she's evil. She want to take over your land. You don't know her. She she doesn't want to share the truth.
But he was also telling
She just dropped the rope, you know.
Yeah, but he was also telling him to like kill her and fuck her.
Oh, okay, that's maybe just the immature primal part.
But like
I don't remember
the
fuck part.
Yeah, he was saying like, "Oh, she's got a nice body," like.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, she did.
Oh, you just wanna.
Oh, you just wanna. Oh, you want some of that ass or something? Yeah. Or you want some.
But I like that he was talking like his English was like the normal English. It wasn't like, you know.
It wasn't a leprechaun.
Yeah, it wasn't like that. He was talking normal. But what do you think about that? He went away after the last scene. Like, cause he grew up, and we saw a scene of him as an old man, right, in the ending, and he survived all that time without doing something that the devil like told him to. So he's gone, right?
Yeah, he maybe got more enlightenment from the space lady.
From the space lady, he's like,
his now wife.
I think a devil is inside me, and he's telling me to kill you.
Oh, I have this drug.
Exactly, and she's like, "You're good, fam.
You're good."
Oh, you're a psychopath. It's okay. We
and
have
he'd be like drugged out for 60 years, being like, "Why am I on this beach? Why am I so old?"
Long time ago, when you held the stars was pride, and you have devil talking to you. What?
I guess that's the only part that was kinda in the same way, or like in a red line, if you say so, where in the beginning you see the old man Hanks sitting there talking, and then you don't see him at all as an old man until the end, where it's shown as he survived all that.
But I think the movie is like poetic in a way that we don't understand.
But it's very emotional in different ways.
Yeah.
For example, I love the present day story though. The old man escaping from the nursing home.
Yeah, that's
the emotional way in that was just there are other people in the same situation. Their grandkids and their kids are not giving them so much attention. They just want to put them there until they die and then grab their money and stuff. But they want to explore the world. They just want to go out and grab a bev with the gang, you know. So when they're just as they are free, they go to a pub.
Yeah.
And they just being busted.
And they just stop the car, back up, and they're they're here.
Yeah, you know. And just like that, in the emotional way of they're just being free. I don't know, they maybe don't have so many years to live, but that time they're gonna live is like just in the freedom, doing whatever they want.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one emotional story. One emotional story is that, my father died trying to uncover the truth. It's my time to uncover the truth. All my friends or colleagues are dying around me just for me to uncover the truth. And another one is that, he's a slave, but I want to treat him not as a slave, you know, something like that. So it played with our emotions a lot. I felt like my mood in the beginning was the same throughout all the first half. My mood was, okay, I guess that's kind of emotional. No. But since we knew
what's going on, what is this?
But since we got more and more information about each timeline or each time period, I got more and more emotionally invested. And since I knew exactly when, this scene is rainy, it's dark, it's the Asian future timeline. Then I knew kinda how to feel, or like what mood I had when I saw it the last time.
But to even like,
and then I just jumped between emotions between each time period.
And then, but you got to see some stuff that were gonna happen later in the film, in the beginning. Like you saw.
Oh yeah, the quick.
You saw like the
guy shooting himself in the
exactly.
bathtub. Yeah.
which build up some suspense because you're like, oh shit, this is gonna happen soon.
Yeah.
God damn it, no, I know that this is gonna happen, but his lover is so near to him.
He was just one floor away.
Yeah, which is crazy. But
I think he would kill himself either way, because he saw him at the clock tower, and he didn't go to him and say, "Hey, my boy!"
Yeah.
He was just, "I'm gonna sneak away, I'm gonna be edgy, and I'm gonna shoot myself," you know. So
artist's life.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're watching a lot of films about artists and their
struggles.
Survival, yeah, and struggles and whiplash. But I thought it was super interesting. I think I don't know what the budget was.
I think it was pretty high.
Yeah, I think it's a lot.
Because all the scenery, all the different... It wasn't just they filmed it in one way, they filmed it in so many different ways.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the scenes, let's say the movie is around 3 hours long. Around 20 minutes of the movie is pretty much Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And just having one of those big ships, setting some scenes on it, filming with the helicopter around it, you know, stuff like that, that cost shit ton. That was 20 minutes around, ish. And then they build up the scenery inside, and dystopian future, running around in like a rusty old satellite house and stuff like that. That's just one scene. Then you have to make that same structure modern, where she gives the speech. Just so many different scenes and actors.
Yeah, they're like all around the world. There are too many different, it's crazy the design that they had to do for everything. That's just like I you know what, I want to see a documentary about how they made this film.
I think there is. There has to be.
Super cool. And the small details for everything, it's just so good. So good.
And in the beginning, I didn't honestly give a shit about the pianist. I was like, oh, I get it. He has a mystery lover that he can't really go out with because at the time you couldn't really be gay. So he kept it hidden, but he still wanted to pursue his dream. No. I thought, oh, that's kind of generic. I don't really give a shit. And then you went to something else and didn't have any context to what it was. And like, I don't really give a shit about this either. But because if it was a normal movie, it would take like 5 to 10 minutes to get really into it, maybe. But here, since you jumped away from it so early on, and then 10 minutes later you jumped back to it, you still didn't have that hold on. But as soon as you started to get, oh, this is where the story is going. Oh, maybe this has some connection to this. Because that was the thing that really kept me intrigued. Was seeing, will this event here have some sort of connection to this? Yeah. And some of them did. For example, the modern time, where he escaped the nursing home. No, here it was, in the span of the movie. The Asian lady gets freed, and she gets her own hotel room. And then they put on a movie, saying, oh, this is a classic movie. And you see Tom Hanks, as an actor this time, being, I have to get out of here. And then he walked out like pretty badass.
I will not.
Yeah. And then you cut back like 1 hour later to the modern time. And then you hear the main character of that time saying, oh, when I escape from this hellhole, I'm gonna make this a movie, and I'm gonna star in it. Which it did not do.
Yeah.
And that's the only connection from, like the direct connection from that timeline to the next one.
Wasn't that film that they saw based on... No. Was it?
Yeah, Escape from the Nursing
Home. Was it about... Okay.
I think so. I'm 90% sure. Because he
it
said
was based on something.
He joked about, I'm gonna make this into a movie.
Maybe he
and
did.
he says one line, remember, he said something like, oh, you can't keep me here, it's a criminal act. That's the exact same line Tom Hanks said in that short movie clip in the future. The exact same one.
No. Or it was, yeah.
I think so.
Maybe.
And then...
it's like, I'm not gonna stand up to this. Or
yes, exactly.
I love how we're sitting here like trying to understand this film.
I mean, you can't really understand any.
I think you need to see it like a couple of times.
Yes.
because it's close to 3 hours, and that's a lot.
I think it's 250.
Yeah,
it's insane.
It's very, very long, and it's a masterpiece, like, for sure.
I think I'm gonna rewatch it because once, like, for different reasons. One is to just get everything, or at least more, see more connections in between, and really see
what's going on. Yeah.
And then just because some of the scenery was cool, some of the action was pretty cool.
Yeah. Dude, the effects in the dystopian future it's crazy.
It was just interesting to see Tom Hanks switch moods like this. He had a personality disorder. Once he's a corrupt doctor that we just want to kill a rich boy to get his gold. Yeah. Being super greedy, typical bad guy. And then in the next one, he's the secret admirer of a journalist as a scientist. And then the next one, he's a leprechaun running around in the future. Like, so many different times.
Yeah.
So, different personalities and characters and all that. So, it's pretty cool to see.
But I thought it was pretty awesome. But the star thingy that they had on their bodies.
Yeah, I didn't...
That was like the connection between them.
I guess that's the point of they are the same soul.
But what is the symbol of a star? Because it's like a shooting star.
Shooting star, yeah.
What is the symbol of that? You know what I mean?
Could be in the end. The only thing I think of the shooting star was in the end when we were looking at the stars. You see one of the stars, I think, just... And since it was in the end, you could feel, oh, that's a connection. And then immediately...
But is a star like a symbol for freedom? You know? Like, I'm trying to understand what the star is.
Because it is a star and then has a line stretched from it. Yeah. So it's like it's shooting, a moving star, shooting star. Maybe it's because, don't stop me, I'm moving forward, I'm getting to the new life. No.
Maybe it does have like a religious kind of meaning or something. And
also like maybe it's a shooting star. You can't stop a shooting star. It just goes. And that's the same thing for all the slavery part. You can't keep that person who is the shooting star person because they can't be kept. They're gonna move forward.
Did you know that
maybe
that shooting stars aren't really shooting stars that you see? They are rocks that like burn. Like, not rocks, but like stuff that
meteors.
burn, in our atmosphere, and we see them like I think I'm pretty sure it's that, cause like stars doesn't happen.
I mean, a star is a galaxy. To immediately have a galaxy.
No. Oh, sorry.
No. I mean, a star is like the thing that lights up in the middle of a galaxy, pretty much.
It's a sun. A star is a sun.
Yes. And they would just immediately... Doesn't make sense. Anyway, I don't know shit about space.
Yeah, they implode and then they just explode. Yeah. Which is awesome. If they're too big, they will become a black hole. And if they're small, they just explode.
If they're too small, they explode.
Yeah.
And that's a supernova.
Yeah. And if they're like, if they have it's a mass volume kind of thing that I knew before, but if they're like the mass is too much for the volume, they like become a black hole.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. Cause like, we're not gonna talk about that. I'm super tired. What's up, guys? You're listening to the Tired Boys with Viktor and Karim. Yeah. Well,
what's more? I mean, there's so many things. But I'm trying to figure out.
There's so much to talk about, but nothing that we can remember.
One thing I thought of. You know it in the very beginning. You know the gay couple.
Yes.
From the 40s.
Mm-hmm.
The one other guy was blonde that had no dialogue at all.
Yeah, he was in the same...
he was in the 70s. Yeah. It was the same dude. And immediately I thought, when I saw that character, because he had like something about he had the letters that the 40s guy wrote, and I thought, he's the lover, he's that dude.
Yeah.
But then I thought maybe that's too easy, and then later on when she gives the papers to she gives the paper to his like brother's daughter or something, in the museum.
Yeah.
When they trade information, she gives those letters from the 40s to him. Mm-hmm. Isn't it in those papers he wrote, I will not be trapped by this criminal thing?
Oh, you think that she wrote the movie?
No, I think he wrote that line, I will not be trapped by this criminal blah blah blah, or something, because he was trapped by the pianist elder guy. And he wrote that in his love letter to his lover. And it then transferred to the 70s, where she gave it to the ancestor or whatever. And from there on, the same quote, for some reason, he says it like he wants to create a movie, and he says that line just casually in the present day, in the old guy. And then the person says it's Tom Hanks in the movie in the future. I mean, maybe this is super confusing.
I like the directors of this film is like, they're just crazy. I don't know how can you juggle that much in the air at the same time?
Because I think the same quote was in 4 different time periods.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, the interesting about the lover is that he's the only character that was in 2 timestamps.
Yeah, he was the only one.
Yeah. Like we hear about the Asian girl.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a far future.
I mean, that doesn't
it's
really
a far
that doesn't
future.
really count because it was just a recording. I guess.
No, like so the.
Oh, you mean being referenced at all?
No, I mean the Tom Hanks in the far choo future.
Leprechaun, yes.
Leprechaun future. The girl that came, the space girl.
Yes.
She was talking. She talked about the Asian girl.
Yes, that was their goddess that they prayed to.
Yeah.
And you hear a recording from her when they are in the satellite.
Yeah, exactly.
Station.
So like we get that it's that same timestamp and they refer to her, but the lover was the only one that we actually saw in 2 timestamp.
Yes.
Which is pretty cool.
Did you? Maybe I caught this in the wrong way or understood it in the wrong way. The power plant that was meant to blow up, but didn't blow up because they uncovered the truth and all that, is the same area in the city of the future where it was flooded. I think it has the same name.
Okay, that I believe that.
I think so.
I would like for that
because
to be true.
Because they said, why doesn't no people live here? And he said, you see, it's flooded, and in the next 100 years, all of this city will also be flooded.
Damn.
Which is why in the super future, it's just water on it's just one big island, and then it's just water. That's why the people wanted to move there, because there's no other place to live.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
And maybe that has to do with global warming, all that.
Yeah, probably. But I don't understand the far future.
What do you mean?
That's like, where did society go? You know what I mean?
I think
like,
society
why is he a leprechaun?
I think just humanity just grew or shrank very rapidly, and they split up, and some of them kept all the technology and scientists and all that, and some of them just left off being primates, or not primates, but
Do you think that?
Cavemans.
Because it feels like it's almost like this girl was coming from outside of Earth.
Maybe it was.
I have no idea, but
because they're not on Earth in the last scene. They look on Earth being. The little girl asks.
They say like, Earth is.
Yes, you're probably right. She didn't come from Earth. They are so Leprechaun Tom Hanks live on Earth.
Yeah.
The satellite and everything has played out on Earth. the space Halle Berry is not from Earth.
Yeah,
or
probably.
she is from Earth, but she doesn't live on Earth.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
and that's
think
why
that
she
is
doesn't
true.
have the leprechaun speak.
I think that's why she came back to.
Sorry if I say leprechaun, but
Maybe,
that's the only thing I think of. I don't know the...
Maybe like Earth is like you know, global warming and water
Yeah, it's just
rise.
flooded.
Yeah, and they were living just in a very high up place, you know.
Yeah, because if you look at the island, it is not the normal, you know, flat island where a bunch of trees and stuff. It's just mountains.
Yeah.
The entire it looks like the top of Mount Everest or something.
Maybe it is. Maybe
Could be.
Yeah, maybe it's thought to be.
And that's why they say, oh, this is like one of the only places where we can live.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But looked hot, which makes sense for it to be like a jungly place.
Yeah, and since all snow and ice have melted, I mean, top of Mount Everest maybe have trees in that time period.
But I loved also like the...
I didn't even think about it when I watched the movie.
That's why we're talking about it, to uncover new mysteries and innovation in the filmmaking.
New perspectives.
New perspectives and filmmaking. Cool stuff. Action. Cars hitting each other in far away future.
That was also teased in the beginning. The car, did you think about that?
I don't know what you're talking about. You need to remind me.
Speaking about car crashing.
Okay.
So in that quick montage in the beginning where...
where she falls off.
Yeah. It's a top view of the car driving and then being flipped off the bridge. But in the actual scene, they don't use that footage. They use
see it from inside.
From inside.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, this is where they cut to the top view. And they didn't. I'd be like, okay. Okay, sure.
Well, that's an interesting take on it, to show you from another perspective. Like, oh, maybe in the beginning you were seeing it from these eyes, but now we're gonna show you from
her eyes.
From her eyes.
Or from her...
For your eyes only. Have you heard it? J.
Yes.
Cole?
Isn't that like a James Bond intro?
No.
For your eyes only.
For your eyes, do you understand?
Maybe
For
not.
your eyes, do you understand?
I know it's a James Bond intro.
I don't think I've seen a complete James Bond film.
What?
Or maybe I saw it.
So next week on Unspecial Filmtalk, we're gonna watch James Bond.
All.
All. I think
All
there are
of
like
them.
55 movies or something.
Really? No
Yeah.
way.
Yes.
So many?
I think there are 50 movies. I think we have...
50 movies? Of the same fucking guy?
Yeah. The
Really?
first movies are from the 70s?
Oh, it sounds nice.
I think. And then they made pretty much one every second.
Is it like John Wick type thing?
Nah, not on the...
No.
Not in the same
No, really.
action way, but just a dude.
Not the killing way, maybe.
Nah.
But he's a spy, right?
Yeah, he's a MI6 agent. The later ones try to have too much story. The first ones are just, you have a mission, Mr. Bond. You're gonna kill Dr. No. Okay. Bangs a Swedish chick. Represent.
Represent. We are beautiful.
Goes to a mystery island where for some reason that girl just is.
Wow.
Something. And then he goes into a top secret lab because he just can, and then kills Dr. No. And then he wins, and then he bangs a chick. That's like the same movie until the last 5 or something.
Isn't that
they
like
try to make up a story.
John English?
The John English is made up from, like a rip-off from James Bond.
It's a lot better.
It's pretty good.
It's a lot better.
Rowan Atkinson as a spy is pretty damn good.
Okay, I'm so sorry, but we need to finish this because I'm super tired, and I need to go away.
Oh, you don't have any more to...
No, like I think the movie actually needs to be seen twice, at least, to understand more of it.
If you listening to this don't know what we talk about at all...
Yeah, right, we're watching... we just watched Cloud Atlas.
No, I don't mean like that. I mean, if you've been sitting here listening and just hear, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're just talking random scenes here and there. It's because the entire movie is just random scenes.
Yeah.
But then in the end, you should know at least what kind of happened.
Yeah.
It's super weird, and not all of the stories are happy endings.
They don't?
Because I thought everything would be, good and dandy, happy ending. No.
Yeah, well, the faraway future. Well,
far away is like middle. He got his girl, but his wife died and his entire tribe died. So it's like win-win. The far future one, or like the slavery one, she dies in the end, but she kinda gives out the message. If she changed the future for like slaves and stuff, we didn't really get the question to that.
She did. Didn't she?
And the only thing I knew about what happens after she gave out the message was that she was executed.
Yeah. Well, she became a god for them.
Yeah, that's because they misinterpreted the message, or like they heard stories that was exaggerated and stuff like that.
But I think like even for the...
Oh, she became like the next...
Yeah, she became like Martin Luther King.
Oh, yeah, true, okay. True.
Yeah.
I guess that was kind of...
I have a
good.
dream. Yeah.
And then the modern world one, the present day, when he escapes. That was just a happy ending.
Yeah, it's fun.
He got his childhood chick
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
The 70s got a pretty good ending, except for many people died. And the 40s was just sad. They didn't get a happy ending at all. And the 1800s was happy ending.
Yeah.
So it's a bit...
Yeah.
Up and down.
But it's actually like a mini film for every part.
Yes.
You know what would be also cool to see? If they could like re-edit. So like if you could see all the scenes from one time step after each other. If they could like edit it to a film, like 6 movies, you know?
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That would be cool. I think they would be like 40 minutes each.
Would they be interesting to watch by themselves?
I don't think so.
Is that question?
I don't think so at all. Honestly.
Okay. So
maybe the last one. No, wait.
No?
Before.
Okay.
Why I think it was good that they didn't do like that. You would understand more. But for example, if you watch the 1800s one throughout, and then you watch the 40s one, you would kind of understand what's happened, what kind of connection it has, no. And then in the 70s one, you would be, okay, so this would probably happen, this connection here, no.
Well, it wouldn't be fun to watch it like that.
Exactly, no. But then you know at least more. In this way, they made it so you don't know anything for the first half, and in the second half, you're sitting there for 1.5 hours being like, oh yeah, that's right. Oh shit, that's the connection. Wait, they're the same person. Whoa.
The shooting star in his butt.
Yeah. So that's why I think it was good that they made it that way. But
yeah, of course. Okay. It wouldn't be interesting, but yeah.
Now I'm done.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So how many shooting stars out of 5?
4. Yeah. Would you say 4?
Yeah, I would say 4. Like, yeah. I think the 1 star that goes away would be for the... I think it's my fault.
I think it's too long.
I think... maybe too long, and... Well, we're gonna watch The Godfather tomorrow, actually. And we're not gonna talk about it, we're just gonna watch it in school.
Oh, you mean in... Cult. Okay, Cult. Yeah. But you're gonna go and watch it?
I think so. I might be in school.
I haven't seen The Godfather, so I maybe need to... Okay. There's many...
What?
Since I started, I've gotten that reaction like almost every single day.
And you haven't seen Breaking Bad, like?
No, I haven't seen. Okay, this one is probably the one I got most shit for. I haven't.
Don't tell me.
I haven't seen The Matrix. Any of them. I've seen 20 minutes on VHS when I was like 8 or something.
Dude, you're killing me.
I was watching the movie and being like, "You wanna go out play football instead?" Yay! Wow, dude!
It's pretty awesome. You should watch it.
Yeah, no. And there's so many references in every single fucking movie being like, oh, Matrix.
Have you seen Black Mirror?
Some episodes, not all. I've handpicked which one I want to see.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that with Black Mirror though.
Some of the episodes was not promising, but I've not seen them.
Breaking Bad, man. Breaking Bad is so good. So good. But it's like too much investment.
Yeah.
It's very long.
I mean, I watch a show.
It's worth it.
I watch a show that takes 17, also 17 not days,
Month.
24 hours. So 17 times 24 hours.
It's days. It's
Days,
17 days.
Dygn.
Dygn.
Dygn, which is both day and night.
Well, aren't days?
I feel like days, maybe they are.
They are day and night and day. You know?
Maybe.
Day and night.
Gotta get the whole of day and night.
Okay. I'll give it 4 as well. And
right. So for the final score.
For Film Talk shooting stars out of 5.
Leprechaun Tom Hanks.
Leprechaun Tom Hanks.
4 Leprechaun Tom Hanks out of 4.
4 Choo Choo.
True.
Can you make an animation to 4 Choo Choo? True. Yeah, but I enjoyed it. I'm gonna watch it again. I know who I'm gonna watch it with, and it's gonna be nice. Yes, no. Sorry. Okay, thank you for watching, and you wanna say peace with me?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you for listening or watching, and have a great day, and
bye now.